morning, tribe, wellness tribe. How are we all on this amazing Monday morning? I hope you've all had a wonderful, refreshing and relaxing weekend, and that you've walked into this week or today with the intentions of just going with the flow this week. I think it seems to be the narrative or the narrative that I'm getting this morning about this week is just going with the flow, which is beautiful because today, it's kind of finishing off a little aspect of the chakras that I've been talking about over the last 7 weeks. I think this must be my 7th or 8th week, something like that. And so, yeah, so we've reached the top of our heads, our crown chakra. And this is such a beautiful space to be in our crown chakra. And when you understand the energetics of it, there comes such a freedom in our lives, and trust. Like our crown chakra it's our connection to everything. It's our connection to source, to God, our higher self, consciousness, whatever it is that you want to call it. So having this energetic center, this crown on top of your head, balanced and open, or more so because it is never really closed, the crown chakra, unless you've passed on. Because no matter how you feel, if you're feeling disconnected, if you're feeling like, you're not a part of this world, this reality, whatever, if you're breathing, if you're alive, you are always connected. It's just bringing awareness to this center, how you can kind of balance it, how you can become more aware of it, how you can bring the energy alive into your physical self so that you can connect to the spiritual self or everything. This center its biggest lesson for us is practicing non-attachment. And I think that I mentioned in a couple of videos ago, or maybe last week even, that's been my journey for the last 18 months. And I figured I was pretty good at non-attachment up until then, but these are people close to me, like my kids. My family is practicing a non-attachment with those. And it is fucking hard. Because these are our people. These are the people that we absolutely love and adore, and we want the best for them, and we want, we can't imagine life without them, all that sort of stuff. So when we practice non-attachment, this is not saying that you don't care, that you don't, whatever, you're tossing them aside. It is the pure understanding that we are here for our life's journey and our experiences and our teachings and our lessons. And it's acknowledging and respecting that everybody else that is here on this earth is here for their own lessons, for their own experiences, their teachings, their lessons. And it's in that non-attachment that there is a beautiful connection, because there is that deep love and understanding and respect and acknowledgement and honor that they are here for their journey and that we are here for my journey. One of the biggest times that I had to start, I was thinking about the non-attachment. I was teaching my son how to drive. And especially in those last, for anyone who's taught their kids how to drive, those first few weeks are just like holding on to that handle and praying that, everything's going to be okay. And you try not to react in an overactive way because you don't want to scare the hell out of them. And Spirit just guided me, it's just let go. put utter faith and trust, not only in my son, but in the bigger purpose. So having that beautiful belief that there is a bigger purpose, there's such a bigger picture that none of us can really imagine or see. And, you know, and it was really harsh when it's like, you know, if something happened, that's their life's journey. As much as it, you know, as much as it can upset us and whatever, we have to practice that, you know, there is that beautiful, that we don't understand, that there is a bigger purpose, there is a bigger picture, that everyone here we are connected to on an energetic level. What we see in others is in ourselves. So everyone that we come across, it's like there's a piece of you in everyone that you come across. And this is why treating everyone with utter kindness and love is so important, because how you treat other people or things, animals, that sort of thing, you're treating yourself. So are you treating yourself with kindness? Are you treating yourself with that love and that respect? But yes, this crown chakra is full surrender. It's full trust. And it is really, really hard. But it's doable. And again, it just comes down to your awareness. If you're aware of how you're acting and reacting, then you can do something about it. You can take the action to then change things around if you want a different outcome. And this is, speaking of outcomes, practicing this non-attachment is for everything. It's for people, it's for places, it's for things, it's for outcomes. What are you expecting? So I think I mentioned this again before. You can have your goals and your dreams and your desires, but it's about not being attached to a specific outcome. It's having a desire or goal or dream in place and allowing yourself to open up that peripheral vision, because we don't know what we don't know. And there might be something amazing coming through that we don't know of, we've never heard of, we've never seen before. So when we're doggedly just looking at this is what I want, this is what I'm going to get, we miss out on all the other stuff that may be coming in through going into this direction, if that makes sense. I hope it does. It can be quite brain cramping sometimes. So it's letting go of expectations, it's letting go of outcomes. It's being flexible, again, having those dreams and those goals, but being patient and being flexible in any outcome. You know, if something doesn't work out the way you want it to, you can have a little tanty. Don't unpack and live there. If there's built up energy of frustration, get it out in a positive way and then allow the flow to come back. So when you're thinking about dreams, hopes, goals, all that sort of thing, if you're planning a holiday or wanting to get some extra funds coming in or whatever, always add at the end of each sentence or something even better, because that opens up the possibilities, right? The crown chakra is all about opening up, surrender, just open up, allow yourself to receive. Because it can get all sluggy and, you know, not perform at its highest level when we're stuck on things, when we're wanting a specific outcome with no leeway for anything else. Again, when we hold on to things really tightly, it's a form of contraction. So our energy contracts, so there's no way for anything to come in and go out. So let go. Trust. Took me years. Sometimes I still struggle, and that's okay because I'm human. Again, awareness. Bring it back home. Bring it back home. Bring it back home. Why are you feeling frustrated? What's your expectations? What's not being fulfilled? Sometimes it's for your highest good for you not to get what you're wanting because something else is coming. Let it go. Come back home, refocus, ground yourself, and open yourself up. Pure trust. Pure trust. Yes, total surrender. Have the understanding that we are connected to everything. Like I said before, there's a little piece of us in absolutely everything. So love everything. You know, obviously you keep your boundaries in place. Again, sometimes they may need to be flexible, but you've got to decide. You've got to trust. Come back to your sacral below the belly button. What is your gut saying? What is your heart saying? Does it feel right? Does it feel contracted? Does it feel icky? No, I don't want to do that. Or does it feel like, oh yeah, look, I can do that today? Yeah, come back to your body wisdom. There is, when you know that your crown chakra is feeling really open and, you know, delicious, you'll be driven by joy. You'll allow joy to come in. You will feel divinely connected to everything. You will almost see your aura like expand so far out. You'll be driven by service. You'll be driven to help other people, not to the detriment of your own health, mental, physical, whatever. But there is that desire to go, oh my God, I want to service humanity. You'll be getting clear ideas. You'll be getting clear messages. However you receive messages from your team or, you know, consciousness source, you'll be open to them. You'll be able to sit with them and, you know, decipher them if they need deciphering. Sometimes they're straight up, this is it. And that's really cool. We love those, right? Because there's no, oh, what does that mean? So yeah, there's that beautiful openness. It's all about that openness. And it's this beautiful, you know, violet, white and gold kind of energy that kind of, it's like, it is literally, it looks like this massive crown on your crown chakra. So it's opening yourself up. Really allow yourself in this lifetime to be the student of life. Even if you do a course or you're listening to someone that you might be a genius in, listen to what they say, because it's being open to a different perspective, a different point of view. They might have a grain of knowledge that you might not have heard of, or you may have heard of but had forgotten. So always be the student. And then, you know, in turn, we're always a teacher as well. So be open to everything. Just allow everything. Just be really hungry for life and joy and bliss and connection. You know, it's the connection to the spirit world. It's connection to your higher self. Even if you wanted to do some automatic writing to help connect to your higher self or to your spirit guides or whatever it is. If you need some extra information, automatic writing is amazing. Another way to do it, and this is my favorite because, you know, I use oracle cards all the time in my healings, but I love not reading from the book. So again, and this is drawing upon your third eye as well. So, you know, drawing a card, have the intention, what needs to be brought to my attention today, shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. However you pick a card, whether you feel one, whether one flicks out, whether you turn a card, whatever it is. And instead of going to the book, use your third eye and your crown chakra to connect to that card, connect to your energy, connect to the intention that you've got, whether it's that question or just that open-ended, what do I need to know today? And look upon that card and get the information from source. So remembering that everything that we read, everything that we hear from other people is coming from is someone else's point of view. Even these videos that I'm creating, right? This is just coming from my point of view. It might resonate with you, and then other things you might just go, well, that doesn't sound right, or whatever. You've got to take everything that you come across in this world, try it on, see if it fits. There may be belief systems or there may be ideas that need tweaking or upgrading. And, when we listen to people or read stuff, you go, oh, actually that feels better because we've grown, because we've matured, because we've had different experiences, right? So forever being that student, being open, always be open to upgrading. So coming back to the cards, read those cards. Look at what's in the picture. What are you getting for you? You don't necessarily, right? The notes in the book are just from that, yes, it's from the cards creators, but you specifically asked a card for you or your client, because I use them for my clients. And so I tap into their energy when I pull a card, and I tap into what they need to know. And so then we have beautiful discussion about that. It's really interesting. Sometimes you don't get anything. I mean, once you practice. I remember doing a mediumship course, and we ended up reading cards from just a normal deck. Yeah, like 6 of diamonds, like that kind of deck. And we would just shuffle, and we ended up doing card readings, picking out decks, a card from a normal playing card deck. And again, these cards are just that tool for you to open up to trust, open up to higher consciousness, for you to be able to receive the messages. And sometimes we need that sort of stuff because we go, well, I don't trust stuff that I'm just getting on my own. That's a big one for me. I'm a huge self-doubter. So I use those tools to go, okay, cool, this is helping me to channel, this is what I'm getting. And I just trust myself. I don't doubt myself as much when I've got those tools, whether it's those or a crystal or a color or whatever it is. Yeah, so keep that open, keep it open. And trust, trust, surrender, let go. These are all really hard things, especially in today's society when we're taught to, really knuckle down and get the stuff done. But being open as well, like that's really stepping into that feminine energy of trusting, giving yourself that compassion and that love to get what you need at any time. And it's all accessible there for us at any time we need. Yeah, we can be sitting at the traffic lights and just go, oh my God, just what can I do about X, Y, Z? Look at the clouds. The clouds have the answers. So we were talking a little bit about, I think I mentioned the monkey mind last week, and someone on the, someone who was watching was like, how do you control the monkey mind? Now, really, really quickly, the best way to do it is to give it something else to do. And there's this little story about a fisherman who had a farm. No, he wasn't a fisherman, a farmer who had a farm, who lived there with his wife, had massive amounts to do, had no children to help him. And it just became overwhelming. He was running behind. The farm was coming into shambles, blah, blah, blah. There was a fisherman down at the docks who had access to, not dark magic, but, the devil. So I went down to the fisherman and said, please, 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 I need help. Can you please, I need this devil to help me with the farm, blah, blah, blah. So he did. Devil came home. The devil's like full on, not devil, demon. We don't want the devil. We want the demon. So the demon, they're like full of energy. They've got to do something all the time. So the farmer, of course, went, I've got so much work for this dude. He's going to be flat out. Anyway, the demon got all the stuff done. The farm was in great shape. All the fields had been plowed. Everything was ready for the next season. And then, of course, he had something to do. He needed something to do. And the farmer's like, well, I'm done. I don't need this anymore. So the demon then started to cause havoc, started to sort of undo everything and destroy things and just go crazy, right? And the farmer was like, oh my God. Went back down to the fisherman and said, you need to take this demon back. I've got nothing to do. He's up to date, blah, blah, blah. Fisherman's like, no, the demon is yours. You have to give it something to do. So the farmer on the way back is like, oh my God, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? So he came back and said to the demon, right, I need you to build a pole that reaches all the way to the heavens. So the demon got on track, built this pole all the way to the heavens. Demon came back down, started causing havoc again. And the farmer was like, right, I need you to climb up to the heavens and back down, up to the heavens, back down, until I tell you to stop. And so the demon did. Climbed up, came down, climbed up, came down. And in that time, the farmer was able to, get everything done, look after his wife, look after the house, until he needed the demon again. So, very quick little story there, but it's giving that monkey mind, right, the demon, something to do. Because I was talking about, I do diamond art, which is so cool. But again, it gives my mind something to do. So my mind is looking at the diamonds, finding where to put them, right? Doing that. So my conscious mind is busy and I'm open up. So I get so many downloads when I'm doing that sort of thing, because my front chatter is busy doing this goes here, this goes here, this goes here. And it allows my unconscious mind to open up, and I can hear what's going on behind the scenes, because that's where all the good stuff is, right? Behind the scenes. And it's the same sort of thing. So you can do it with puzzles. I remember studying and I used to always have to have music going. So my monkey mind was listening to the music, but then I could, so it's like we've got two minds, right? So my mind was able to concentrate on studying and write essays and all that sort of stuff, whereas my monkey mind was like, oh, listen to this song, it's amazing. We're having a dance party over here, doing some work down here. Some people can't function like that, and that is absolutely fine. You've got to do what works for you. But I just wanted to chuck that in there so you can find something to occupy the monkey mind while you can channel. If you're in meditation, things like mantra, so I can, I don't have them here, reciting a mantra, using japa beads like a mala, and counting, 108 mantras. Again, that's giving the conscious mind, your monkey mind, something to actually do. You're counting the beads as you do each mantra, and allow this in the background to go, oh yeah, download. So that's another way. If anyone else has any suggestions or anything that they do to keep their monkey mind busy while they can download, chuck it in the comments, because everyone's always open for, we all want some information, right? Opening up, we're being the student, we're being the teacher. So yeah, this is a beautiful place to share anything that can help somebody else in their spiritual practice or in their everyday practice. So yes, we need to simply allow. We need just to get rid of that control, the logical brain sometimes. Anyone who's a healer or does Reiki, that sort of thing, can kind of understand putting your logical mind to the side and allowing yourself to be that divine clear channel For everyone's highest good. And yeah, just allow yourself now, allow this week, make a conscious decision to bring joy into your life. Allow yourself to be open, to surrender. If you're fighting for something to happen, for an outcome to happen or something like that, if you're finding yourself in that frustrated, oh my God, just take that moment, take those deep breaths and just go, whatever. I'm handing it over to the universe. I can't deal with this right now. Give me some insight. I'm just handing it over to you. I'll take it back, at the end of the week or whatever. Because again, sometimes when it's here at the front of our brains going, come on, come on, come on. It's that contraction and that gentle, higher consciousness can't get through. So when you take this, put it in a bubble, take it, universe, take it, God, take it, angels, take it, whatever works for you. Take it for the moment, give your head a break. Allow that contraction to be released so that you can receive and give, so the energy is doing this, right? And especially to connect. So yeah, some questions you can ask yourself is, are you struggling to make any decisions? Sometimes decisions, I'm struggling with one at the moment, but, write down a pro and cons list if you need to. Again, tap into your body. What is your body saying? What is your purpose for making a decision one way or the other? Is it going towards your ultimate feeling goal, which we've talked about before? Are you open to respecting other people's beliefs, or are you set in your belief and this is the way and nothing else works, blah, blah, blah? Are you open for someone else to go, oh yeah, I believe in this aspect, but this little bit I think differently? Are you like, oh my God, that's amazing? Or are you like, oh my God, she's crazy? Are you able to find purpose in most days? Now, not every day, because some days we just go, ugh, today's not the day. I'm staying in my pajamas, I'm watching Netflix, and I'm shutting the world down, and that's okay, right? There's a difference between having a day off or maybe even a week off and waking up every day without, drive, purpose, whatever. So most days, do you have a purpose? Or do you struggle with that? Are you able to find joy and beauty into every day in your life? And again, that can your state of mind, your perception, what you're feeling for the day might run interference with that. Are you always searching for fulfillment? Or are you always searching for that feeling of being content or satisfied? Or are you just always searching for something? Searching for that happiness, searching for, connection, all that sort of stuff. Or are you able to sit and do that? Sit and connect. Find it within yourself. Do you find yourself being domineering, or do you feeling superior to other people and their persons, the things that they believe? Can you display empathy? So there are some questions that you can ask yourself, or ask yourself in relation to someone else. There was a really good exercise that my spiritual teacher gave to me in the beginnings of my learnings, and it was, think of someone who you might not be terribly fond of and find at least 2 things that you admire about them. And I was like, what? I've spent my life hating this person and not liking anything about it, them. And it can be really challenging because we've got a belief system set in place to not, to make an enemy out of this person, perhaps. So it's sitting with them and going, okay, find at least 2 things that you admire about this person. See if you can do that. And they might pop up really quickly. Or you may have trained yourself to hate this person or not like this person, or, again, to make that enemy out of this person for so long that getting through that can be very difficult. Again, everyone that we come across, there's a piece of us in them. So find something, just maybe even one thing that you admire about them. It's very challenging, but it's very eye-opening as well. Because when you start to look at that little piece that you admire, it kind of warms the heart. It can open them up a bit. Doesn't mean you have to go out and call them and be their best friend or anything like that. That's not what the exercise is about. It's about, looking at people, looking into their soul, looking into their heart, right? There's love in everyone. Find that. Excuse me. Looking at my notes. Yes, no, I think I've sort of covered everything that I wanted to, and we've sort of hit that halfway mark. So, yeah, try this week. Do your very best. There is no try, there is only do or do not. So become aware of your crown chakra. Become aware of your openness to flexibility. Find the lessons in everything. Find the joy in everything. Communicate, know and trust that you are connected to your higher self, that you are connected to the universe, to consciousness, and everything is a play of consciousness. And this is a big lesson too, is to own that. Own your journey and allow other people to play out their journey in their life. Yeah, it's practicing that non-attachment. Even with, if there's something that's broken or lost, you still have love for it. Again, this is not saying that you just cut off emotions. This is just allowing things for you to trust in the play of consciousness in this journey, and just allow yourself to be open. Dream big, think big, this or something even better. We all deserve that. We all deserve to find the joy, to find the peace, and just to love. So yeah, find your awareness in that, and have an amazing week. See how you go with practicing non-attachment. It can be very tricky. And I'd love to hear any experiences if anyone's already sort of going down that track or starting that track. Yeah, allow the flow, release the constriction, the contraction, and just allow all the divine stuff to come through. Whether you like it or not, just trust that it's part of the experience, part of your divine journey here. And again, it's loving the duality, loving the good, the bad, the light, the shadow, right? It's all around us. And when we can just bring that into our awareness and our acceptance and our respect, it just makes us a little bit freer. And you can feel that. So have an amazing week, everyone. Thank you for those who joined, popped on and popped off. Thank you, thank you. Have a great week, and look after yourselves. Okay, bye for now.